Our real estate market is on fire. I don't think you needed me to tell you that, but I will. I will. In today's video, I want to take a look at why our market is absolutely buzzing, whether this trend is going to continue and if it's sustainable, and what you should be doing about it. First order of business for me is always to take a look at market indicators, and one of the most important is inventory levels. Inventory levels meaning how much active inventory do we currently have on the market, how many condos are for sale, and how many freeholds are for sale. So I'm going to put up a chart on your screen right now for 416 active listings, and as you can see right now, condos and freeholds are pretty much in line with 2019 levels at this time, which is March. Now, what's shocking to me is just how dramatic the drop-off has been for condo listings specifically. In the middle of last year, at one point, as you can see, we were sitting at around 6,500 listings. And in a short 5 to 6 months, our inventory has fallen to almost 2,000 units, 3 times less. That is incredible. This is a very rapid decline in inventory. This is obviously the reason why we're seeing so much more competition when it comes to condos. Multiple offers and bidding wars. It all comes from inventory levels. When there's less choice for buyers, you are obviously going to run into bidding wars. When it comes to freeholds, the story really hasn't changed from 2020. It's still craziness. As a matter of fact, prices are continuously still going up. We're seeing offers on properties, 40, 50, 60, 70 offers on offer night for townhomes, detached homes, anything that is freehold and ground related. Obviously, a lot of these people are also losing during these bidding wars, and this is another reason why condos are seeing greatly increased interest. It's very simple. I actually called it last year. Of course, you're going to see increased interest in condos if there's 100 offers on a townhome and 99 people are losing. So why is this madness happening? I'm going to give you 5 reasons. Reason number 1, and probably the most obvious to everyone at this point, is record low interest rates. We've literally never had interest rates that are lower than today. You know what that means? Obviously that means a low mortgage payment, but another thing that means is your principal repayment. So every mortgage payment you make, let's say it's $2,000 a month, according to my calculations, from year 1 of that payment, approximately 70% of that, which is $1,400, goes to principal repayment, meaning $1,400 of a $2,000 mortgage payment goes back into your pocket. It, in all honesty, doesn't make any sense to rent right now. Reason number 2, and something that some of you may not be aware of, but Canadian household savings are at a record high. I've mentioned this in my previous videos before, but with all the government support coming in, whether that's CERB, small business support, business grants, business loans, people have cash. Lots of people have cash. Seemingly everybody has money for a down payment on a property at this stage. So now we have a situation where a lot of individuals are sitting on cash and they're realizing, wow, a lot of money is being printed right now. So the wise investors are picking up on this. The reality of the situation is, even in the States, 1/5 of all the US dollars in existence were printed last year. So essentially a ton of money is being created, printed, just put into a computer by central banks, whether that's American or Canadian. Therefore, it's simple economics. If a lot more people have the dollar, then the assets, whether they're financial or residential, such as homes, are obviously going to go up in value. A lot of people are realizing that holding cash is not the answer right now, and they're flooding the real estate market. So the last reason, and probably the most important to me, is the residential credit growth, the Canadian residential credit growth, and the willingness for Canadian banks right now to lend money. Every single mortgage broker I know right now is swamped. Now they're swamped because there is a ton of people shopping and buying properties. But in addition to that, the banks themselves and our government is encouraging credit growth and support for mortgages. Essentially, banks are willingly lending money, as much money as they can, to support mortgages and residential real estate. So essentially, if you want a mortgage right now, you could have it. No questions. This is obviously leading to inflated housing prices. I mean, at the end of the day, if the Canadian banks are openly willing to provide mortgages to everybody, and the reality of the situation is 90% of the buyers out there these days need a mortgage, if they can easily make that accessible and get access to that cash, that is going to increase the housing valuations and the values. That's why we have a record highest sale on the street every single day. And as an example, the RBC mortgage book grew by 12% last year, which is the fastest pace of growth in the past 10 years. Now, is this going to continue? Is this real estate craze going to go on? It's my opinion that it will, yes. It'll go on as long as our government wants it to. For now, it seems like it's going to go on indefinitely. Interest rates we've been essentially received a promise from the central bank that the interest rates will be low until after 2023. You're able to get a fantastic 5-year fixed rate right now, or even a variable if you're open to that. And in addition, financial aid will continue to trickle in. So whether that's CERB or whatever it is, it's going to be very difficult for the government to wean people off of the financial aid, and I expect that aid to continue and the money printing to go on. Lastly, believe it or not, our immigration targets for 2021 are actually set to be exceeded at this stage because of the Trudeau's policy. So that is obviously going to continue pushing the prices higher. What should you be doing to react to this? Well, the reality of the situation is it's impossible to outsave this market right now. It's a crazy, crazy market, and if you can get in, you should be getting into it ASAP. If you're not, you're going to be left behind very rapidly. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe, share your opinions in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks.